Bonjour, bonjour, entrez-vous. Always a bad sign when I'm talking French. It's usually a sign that I'm very, very tired. I am so effing tired, lads. I was at the Chessington World of Adventures for the weekend, and I am destroyed. I am annihilated with tiredness. I mean, part of it does be adrenaline depletion from going on the rides and that, but just it's very, 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 very tiring, lads. And the heat. Oh, sweet mother of jazz, the heat. In fact, the whole week in London. When I came over, I was warned by a man himself that it would be very warm here in London. But I didn't believe him, you know, because I suppose I choose to believe things that I only want to believe. And then I arrived and I had no right shoes and no right clothes, and I just wasn't prepared. And it has been awful. And so, yes, we were in the Chessingtons, and we were with himself's nephews, who are my nephews too. And I have a life that is abundant in nephews. Clearly, when I was born and I was lying on the cot and the gods decided to give me things, one of them said, "She will have a queer, crooked face." And somebody else said, "And she will be prone to being mad in the head." And then another one said, "But she will be abundant in nephews." And so I am abundant in nephews. And we went with Jude, who is he 12 or 13? He's 12-ish. And Gabe, who is 10. And they are himself's brothers' nippers. And they are really, really lovely. And we went on a thing, on an actual... See, the one thing, okay, Chessington was hard going, right? But it was nothing like as horrible as Legoland, where I was a couple of years ago with them. And the nice thing about Chessington, if you like that sort of thing, is they have animals. They have like in a zoo. And we went in a little lorry, like a van. No, a jeep. And we went out and we did a giraffe thing to feed the giraffes. And I, as you probably know, am afeard of all animals. I'm afeard of them. I am, you know. I'm not an animal lover. I just amn't. I'm afraid of them, and they kind of revolt me. The long and the short of it, that's how it is. But anyway, the nippers were delighted and we got to feed them. And it was very weird being in this little jeep, and you'd look out the little window and you'd see these enormous legs, like over there. And then the next thing, a face would come in, a big giraffe tongue. The problem with giraffes, and look, I'm telling you this, and I don't really know how to say it, but a long, long time ago, when I was a lot younger, I was living in London, and one day I was in a vehicle driving past that there London Zoo, and I saw a giraffe's erection, and I swear to God, I have not been right since. It was about 8 foot long, and that's only a mild exaggeration. I have never in my life. And so I was there sitting in the jeep, and the giraffe was sticking his tongue in, and the nippers were feeding them the brambles and the nettles and everything. But I was every time the tongue came at us, I was like, "Hey!" You know, because that memory was in me. Do you see? Freud would have a field day with me. I am the sort of person Freud would have loved, because it's all about sex. Well, that bit was. But anyway, it was, everybody else enjoyed it, and I didn't disenjoy it. I was just a little bit nervy, you know. Every time it came at me, I'd be like, "Hey!" And everyone else was like, "Oh, lovely," and giving it the yolks. Anyway, I'm back now, and I am destroyed. Back in London, not back in Ireland. It's a bank holiday here in England, but we'll be getting ours next week in Ireland, and I'll be back by then. Canny. No, I've things to show you. Hold on. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago I was raving to you about Naomi Alderman's book, The Power? Well, I've gone back now and I've read everything that she has ever written, and this is The Lessons. This is her second novel. Now, I loved this. But when I started reading it, I realised that it was one of those ones where somebody, they're arriving in Oxford because they're super brainy in their own part of the world, and then they arrive into Oxford and they're not brainy at all, and all their friends are really rich. Now, I am again many things in my life. One of them is novels, coming of age novels. I just don't like them. You know, Catcher in the Rye, good luck. It's just not for me. Now, another thing I am again is novels about people going to uni. Even the phrase uni annoys me. It annoys me when people say, "Oh, we've been friends for a long time. Yeah, we met in uni." That phrase just makes me you know, a little spurt of the red mist. I'm very unreasonable. I never said I wasn't. And so when I realised that this was a book about uni, I thought, you know, but anyway, having said all that, it is brilliant. She is such a good writer, and she writes about emotions, and you're just there with her. And funny enough, she writes as a man. And she's just such a brilliant writer. The world is a better place because of Naomi Alderman, in my opinion. Now I'm showing you another book, hold on. The Muse by Burton. Sorry, I don't know what went wrong there. No, I am a bit late to this, but rumours had reached me that A, it was brilliant, B, she is lovely, and that is good enough for me. A reliable source told me that she's lovely. And so then I thought, if she's lovely, I want to read her book. And I started it last night, and I was so annoyed when himself came to bed. Normally I'm glad when he comes to bed, because then it means I can go to sleep. But last night I was like, are we reading for a bit? And he was like, well, no, I'm destroyed after the Chessington World of Things. And I thought, well, actually, so am I, but I still want to read my book. It's really, 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 really fabulous. It's fabulous. You've probably read it. Again, I am late to the party. Yeah, you see, I'll tell you what it was. Everybody was reading The Miniaturist, and I did my thing of, I'll make my own mind up, thanking you very much. I am an independent woman, and I don't like to be told what to do, which is rich, as I say, when I am telling you to do it now. Read it. It's great. Now, I have something else to tell you about. Do you know about Beauty Pie? It's a club. And you join it and you pay, I think it's a tenner a month, English money. And then you get access to a world of wonders where you can buy really cheap makeup. Like, this here is my foundation that I'm wearing now. Do you see it? Now, they show you two prices. They show you the price if this was on sale in the shop, and it would be like, I don't know, €35. But you can buy it for threepence halfpenny. And I'm not even joking. Like, you could buy this for, I don't know, €4.97. They have funny prices. And they've started doing skincare. Now, I don't know, I bought this serum. I don't know yet if it's any good, because you can see it's in the box, but they show you the prices. And in the real world, it would be £120. But to me, as a member of the club, it would be like, I don't know, £12.37, you know? And it's so lovely getting things for cheap. And it's a lovely feeling that you're in on something. And I like it very much. I'm after buying a foundation, which I really think cost me £1.63. Something like that. You know, and like, she says they're great, the woman. I mean, she would, I suppose. Himself is laughing there, and he's very, suspicious about the whole thing. He's like, what's their game? What's their business plan? What's their business model? And he's there reading the frequently asked questions and the information and everything. And I think you found it ultimately acceptable, didn't you?
I think so. He
did an analysis on it. He's all like, what's the catch? What's really going on here? Because don't think they're not making any money, because they are. Oh yeah. See, we're a good match. I am a credulous, sudden wild enthusiasms. I'm at it again. Beauty Pie, sudden wild enthusiasm. Whereas he's all grounded and, oh yeah, cynical. Nothing gets past me. I'm himself keys. Nobody makes a gom of himself keys. That's what he says, isn't it? It is what he says. See, he's agreeing for once. Anyway, next week I will be back in Ireland, but not for long, because I am going to Iceland. Yes, now you probably think I'm doing no work and that I'm gadding around in the Chessington World of Adventures. I am doing lots of work. Oh yeah, I'm doing interviews for my new book, and I am also doing, I'm doing interviews for The Break coming in September, but I am interviewing people for research for my new book, which I'm writing. Oh yeah, I am working doggedly like a dog. Yes, I am knackered. I'd love a day off. I'm feckin' destroyed. And today is a bank holiday. I am seeing my personal trainer. I am, in an hour and a half. And then I'm going to the V&A to see, the Balenciaga exhibition. Because I just wanted to be one of those people, you know, who goes to exhibitions on the bank holiday in the V&A. I wanted, so I'm trying out that version of myself today. Sudden wild enthusiasms. Goodbye. I have exhausted myself. I hope you are well, you know, and thanks be to the Lord Christ Jesus. It rained yesterday. Thank God, oh, the relief. I was so happy. I was cold, and himself said, we could put on the heat. And I said, oh no, it's just nice to feel like it's winter. It was lovely. Goodbye. Besos. Hug us. Thank you.